I believe in being a good person. If everyone was a good person, the world would be a better place. I think it says a lot about someone by their actions and manners that they show. I try my best in being a good person because I just believe it's the right thing to do. Being a good person is just being plain nice. Helping that one person out who dropped their books in the hallway while everyone just walks away laughing. Saying hi to the new student in class who's terrified of not having anyone to talk to. Holding the door open for a woman walking out of the store with her hands full. Just being there for someone when they need you. I remember one day during summer vacation I went to Flix and Lex with a friend, and as I was looking at some movies, I noticed at the door an elderly man in a wheelchair trying to open the door and get in. I went over to him and nicely asked if he needed help. He looked up, smiled, and nodded. I held the door open for him and helped him inside. He turned around and said thank you. I smiled and said no problem. I went back to looking at more movies and I couldn't help but feel good. I know it wasn't a lot what I did. I know I'm not a superhero who had just saved someone's life or anything, or was going to be all over the newspaper and get a fancy medal. But knowing that I did what I could to help that man was good enough to make me feel like a good person. Another time I got a text from my sister during school, asking if I could pick up my little nieces from school since it was raining. I said of course, and when it was time for me to go to pick them up, as I pulled up to the school, I saw my two nieces waiting there where they couldn't get wet. I also noticed another girl a bit far from them where they were. She looked familiar. My little nieces got in the car and I asked them who the girl was. They said she was her neighbor and had missed the bus and was waiting for the rain to stop so she could walk home. I rolled down the windows and asked if she needed a ride home. She looked at me, walked over to the car, and said thank you. I took her home, and I saw an older lady at the front door. The little girl said that was her mom. She got out of the car, and they both were very grateful and said thank you. I think being a good person is doing what you could possibly do to be helpful to other people, to have integrity, to just be friendly. Being a good person is what I believe.